guys, welcome back to my channel for the love of glitter. I am Anna Chinen. Today I wanted to do a quick kind of first impressions. I've only had this for a day, so I'm going to call it first impressions on the Too Faced chocolate chip palette. Now Too Faced just came out with these, and they also came out with a all matte one, which is brown, and it's called the chocolate chip palette. So they're super duper tiny. They are pocket size. I will go more in depth comparing sizes to them in a minute, but these retail for $26. You get 11 shades, and here they are, super duper tiny. I think that this was an awesome idea. A lot of people aren't very happy with the color ranges because they are very light and pastel-y, and a lot of people are having problems getting them to show up. I personally think that it fits the theme. I mean, it's white chocolate, so all the colors are going to kind of be light. However, Too Faced always has to put in a pop of a random color, and of course they use black, which I don't mind at all. I mean, this honestly would have been like the perfect Take With Me Everywhere palette if it did have a dark brown instead of that black, but I don't feel like this is what they're trying to do. I don't feel like with these palettes that's what they were trying to do, make these this is your go-to every single day palette. I think they were just trying to make it really geared towards their theme, and so unfortunately for darker skin tones, some of these shades are probably going to look ashy, but I really like it. It smells just like the other ones. Like I said, some of the formulas, they're very similar to past Too Faced shadows that I have personally tried. The mattes are very buttery and creamy. Some of the shimmers are very metallic, and some are just sheer with glitter. Specifically, I'll go over, for instance, the color, it's at the bottom. What is this one called? Cookie Dough. It is this light brown color, and it has gold sparkles in it. It's very sheer. You can build it up, but on first swipe you really just kind of get gold glitters everywhere, and it's not really going to show up. And I have seen these types of glitter shades in old Too Faced shadows, or kind of like even in the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, how they have that really shimmery iridescent pink looking one, but really all you get are chunks of glitter. It's kind of similar to that, and there's a few shades in here like that. This white shade right here is called Pearl Candy, and it is a little bit more of that glitter formula. However, it's not as sheer, and I find that it is buildable. But another one is this Raspberry Rosé, which is this pink color here. It is actually really pretty. It looks like you're gonna get a pink, but it comes off more as a golden sheen, which I find beautiful, but you're just not really gonna see much of that pink undertone to it. It's just gonna be kind of like a golden sheen to layer on top of something or just throw on all over the lid, but you're not really gonna get a whole lot of color out of it. Some standouts in here for me is definitely Exotica, which is this just very shimmery champagne-y shade. It is definitely metallic, and when you use it wet, it's insanely metallic. So that one's a really good one. I love using this color for the crease. It's called Cake Batter. I think the names on this are absolutely adorable too, and it's kind of this light peachy shade. Now for some people, you're not going to be able to use that as a crease shade at all. Since Cookie Dough is so sheer, like you don't really see the sparkle very much. It's not like this real shimmery shade. Sometimes I mix these two for the crease, but it's very wearable for natural everyday. I personally do like it and think that I'm going to use it a lot, which is good because a lot of people are really disappointed in this. Again, this is just my honest opinion. I feel like my opinion's actually very different from a lot of people's that I've watched or seen on Instagram. People are saying they don't like it, or they wish it had these colors in it. I feel like the colors are what you would expect to be kind of resembling white chocolate. I mean, you just have these light pastel colors, and if it had all these like dark chocolatey browns in it, I don't think that it would really represent white chocolate very well. However, like I said, this matte black, this glitter black right here, it doesn't really represent white chocolate, but it kind of just looks like a chocolate chip fell in there or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna go and show close-ups of the palette for you guys, and I also did arm swatches. Alright, so there she is. I really wanted to start off by showing you guys some size comparisons, because when people call this small, sometimes it's hard to tell what they mean by small, which to me makes sense that it's small because the other ones are chocolate bars and this is a chocolate chip, and well, chocolate chips are tiny. So here is a chocolate bar palette. This is the semi-sweet chocolate bar palette, the second one they came out with. This is about half of the size, but it's even skinnier. Now I know not everyone has the chocolate bar palette, so this might not even be helpful to you, but this can fit in the palm of your hand. And I have one more comparison. S7 Edge. There we go. It is smaller than my phone. So to me, I find this size actually very enjoyable. I know that the price point, you actually are paying more for a shadow than you do for the chocolate bar palettes when you actually do all the math for it. But I, however, really like this small palette because of traveling, and I find it very handy since it's so small. So when you get it, it comes in this fancy little box that does not have a bite mark out of it. My puppy Squirt, this is the first thing he found. I set it down, next thing I knew he was chewing on it. I like that on the back it tells you all of the names as well. Here's a size comparison in the shadows. It's the chocolate bar palette. So these ones are quite smaller, as you can see. There's 3 shades in the palette. I have Glaze on the left, which is the biggest shadow pan because he likes to do that with highlighting shades. The second is Ambrosia, which is a matte, kind of light peach shade. And the third is Exotica, which I think is gorgeous. It's probably one of the most impressive shades in this palette. The next 4 I have here is Pearl Candy, Raspberry Rose, Indulge, and Guilt Free. Now, Pearl Candy is that white with lots of glitter. It is a little bit more sheer and takes some building up. Raspberry Rosé is that pink with that gold shift, and I think it's just lovely. When I first saw this palette, I thought that was a matte pink shade, and I was like, I don't really like matte pink shades, but I think this is very pretty. You're not going to get much out of the pink. You're going to get more of a golden effect with it. And then the next one is Indulge, which this one is basically like a shimmery taupe, very pretty. And the next one is called Guilt Free, which is a very buttery, again, kind of taupe gray shade. So I personally like all of the shades that we have swatched so far. I'm running out of space for the last 4, but the first one we have is Cake Batter, which is that kind of peachy brown. And then we have Cookie Dough, which is this really sheer medium brown with gold sparkles. That's kind of one of the glitter shades that I was talking about that's just really sheer. This is built up here. The next is Sugared Raisin, is kind of like another taupey shimmer shade, but darker than the first one. Last but not least, we have Black Sugared, which is a black with silver sparkle in them. And I don't really understand that shade out of all of them, just because it's supposed to be white chocolate palette. But there they all are, swatched. I think the quality is decent. I know my opinion is different from everyone else's. Some people said that they could not get this to show up on their skin at all. I think some of these do take building, but I think that they are workable, and some of them are very buttery, like the mattes in it are very buttery. I like it. I really don't have any complaints for my skin tone on this. I really like this palette. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. Let me know what your thoughts are on this palette, or if you plan on picking this up. If you have a makeup lover in your life, these make really great little stocking stuffers. Again, there is an all matte one, which has more wearable shades for everyone because they're more of the darker tones. So if you have someone who's more of a tan to deeper skin tone, they might enjoy that one more. But this one is the one that really caught my eye. It was just very unique and I really like it. So let me know your thoughts, and thank you again so much for watching. and subscribing. By the way, be sure to stay tuned for my next video coming out because I may have a little giveaway for you. When I say little, it is a little giveaway, but it might have something to do with ColourPop, so stay tuned for that. Bye.